Discipline is the language of winners. The question I hear more than any other is this: I lack motivation. What should I do? And every time I hear it, I feel the same irritation, not because I don't understand the feeling, but because the question itself is flawed. I lack motivation too. Often, I don't always feel motivated to go to the gym. I don't always feel motivated to work. I don't always feel inspired, energized, or excited. And yet, I still do what needs to be done. Why? Because it is called discipline. When you ask someone for motivation, what you are really saying is, please make me want to do it.
You are outsourcing responsibility for your life.
You are hoping someone else can inject desire into you so you don't have to confront resistance on your own. That is not how life works. You either do the work or you remain exactly where you are. And if you wake up every day competing against people who will act regardless of how they feel while you wait for motivation, you will lose. Repeatedly. Permanently. Laziness has consequences. When I meet a man who is 50 years old with nothing to show for his life, no money, no leverage, no respect, I don't assume he was unlucky. I don't assume life was unfair to him. I assume he was lazy. Lazy people do not win in any domain. Not in money, not in fitness, not in relationships, not in mastery of any craft. Laziness is not a personality trait, it is a decision repeated daily. In my entire life, I have never seen a man who genuinely gave his best, who woke up every day determined to become the strongest, sharpest, most capable version of himself and still failed. Never. I have seen people pretend to try. I have seen people make excuses. I have seen people lie to themselves. But I have never seen a man who worked relentlessly, acted with integrity, treated others fairly, honored his word, and stayed disciplined fail to get what he wanted. I believe this deeply. The universe will give you almost anything if you truly want it. Not if you talk about it. Not if you fantasize about it. But if you prove through consistent action that you're serious. Motivation is a lie you were sold. How can you lack motivation? I ask men sometimes. You're young. You're healthy.
You are alive.
You live in a time of unprecedented opportunity. And yet you say you lack motivation. An antelope does not complain about motivation when a tiger is tearing at its throat. It fights. Instinctively. Desperately. You are bleeding opportunity in real time.
While you debate whether you feel like working, life is passing you by.
While you prioritize entertainment, distractions, and comfort, someone else is building the life you claim to want. You say you don't feel motivated. Newsflash, neither do I sometimes. And I do it anyway. Because it is my duty. If everything were easy, if you felt like doing it all the time, there would be no meaning in victory. The magic is not that you act when you feel good. The magic is that you act despite how you feel. That is what separates winners from losers. Pain is the price of becoming. Everything in a man's life is his responsibility. Everything. Your body, your mind, your finances, your skills, your future. You do not become your best self by talking. You become it by enduring difficulty, by deliberately placing yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, stressful, and demanding. Men do not learn through comfort. We learn through pain. This is not cruelty, it is biology. You can warn a man 100 times not to drive too fast. He will not agree and do it anyway. He will not truly learn until he crashes. That is how men learn. Every bad thing that happens to me I interpret as education. I see it as God sharpening me, making me wiser, tougher, and more capable for the battles ahead. Heroes are not born through winning alone. No great story is written without suffering. If your life feels hard, if your job grinds you down, if your heart is broken, if you feel tested, that does not mean you're failing. It means you're in the middle of your hero's journey.
80% of every great story is struggle.
Cowardice is the root of depression. Most men wonder why they feel empty, why they feel depressed, why life feels meaningless. The answer is brutal. You are not the main character in your own life. You avoided risk. You avoided discomfort. You avoided confrontation. You lived like a spectator instead of a participant. I would rather suffer boldly than live comfortably as a coward. Freedom without power is not freedom, it is a larger prison. A man who cannot speak his mind, cannot act decisively, cannot pursue what he wants, and cannot command respect is not free, no matter where he lives. The most dangerous prison is not physical.
It is mental.
Your body must be on your side. Your mind must be on your side. There cannot be a civil war inside you. Self-doubt, hesitation, and self-sabotage are forms of betrayal. Every part of me is aligned. My mind does not turn against me. My body does not hesitate. That unity is strength. Shame, when used correctly, is a tool. Then respond to it. Shame reminds you that cowardice is beneath you. That avoidance should disgust you. A man without shame has no internal compass, and that is why so many men drift aimlessly. The only path forward. There is only one real path to fulfillment for a man, the strength forged through hardship.
You must learn to eat pain for breakfast.
Pain is the flavor of life. Accept it. Learn to love it. Because pain means progress. Pain means growth. Pain means you are becoming something more. Feelings are unreliable. One day you are energized. The next day you are drained.
If you allow emotions to dictate action, your life will be inconsistent, and inconsistency is the enemy of success.
Success does not care how you feel. Results do not wait for motivation. Discipline means showing up every day regardless of mood. Every great achiever understood this. They acted when tired. They worked when uninspired. They moved forward when doubt whispered in their ear. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Start moving, even imperfectly, and energy follows. Momentum is built through consistency, not emotion. There will be days when your body aches, your mind is foggy, and your heart feels heavy. Those days matter more than the easy ones. Those days separate average men from extraordinary ones. Push through. Become the man you respect. Ask yourself this: who do you want to become?
Would that man make excuses, or would he act?
Would he wait for motivation or create discipline?
Would he surrender to discomfort or rise above it?
Act like that man today. The world does not reward intention. It rewards persistence. It rewards those who keep going when others stop. Life will test you repeatedly. That is not a flaw, it is an invitation. Rise to it. At the end of your life, what will matter is not how you felt, but what you built. Not your moods, but your results. Not your comfort, but your courage. One day, you will look back and be grateful for every moment you refused to give in to weakness.
You will see the man you became, and you will know it was worth it.